Now, I don't know what kind of car you drive or actually where you live in Victoria. I don't need to, but there's been a spate of attacks on the tractors of Toorak. The climate zealots have been letting down the tyres of four-wheel drives in this salubrious Victorian suburb. Now, is it any coincidence, Senator, that this happens after Greens leader Adam Bandt encourages people to commit criminal acts to push climate policy? Have a listen to him this week.
The more new coal and gas projects that Labor keeps opening, the more civil disobedience there's going to be.
Civil disobedience, that's what we're seeing here, Senator. It's just not on, is it?
It's absolutely not. And you know what, Corey? You've just found the hippies with the flowers in their hair. You've found them. There you go. Except one thing. They're not fighting to end the war. No, they're not. But you know what they are now? They are knife-wielding tyre vandals. That's what they are. These so-called eco-warriors, well, you know what? They're not too bright, are they, Corey? Now, I'm certainly not worried about carbon emissions myself. But if you were, don't you think you do your research? Now, their solution to apparent rising carbon emissions involves letting down and slashing tyres. Now, this act then leads to the creation of more carbon emissions because you've got to dispose of the old tyre and purchase a brand new tyre. And you know what? They probably drove around the suburbs in Melbourne in their gas guzzlers while they seeked out their targets. They are hypocrites. You know what? Adam Bandt, he deserves the credit for this. He's the one that has obviously given the green light to these eco-terrorists by promoting civil disobedience. Now, Mr. Bandt, you know what he does? He parades as a green, but deep down, you know what he is? He's a watermelon. He's green on the outside, but he's red on the inside. Now, I've got some simple words of advice for these poor, deleted eco-terrorists, which is what I'm going to call them. Instead of slashing tyres, do something productive, mate. Plant a tree. Grow your own food, or at the very least, help me raise awareness on the abhorrent child slave labour being used in the cobalt mines right now in the Congo. That cobalt is then used in electric car batteries and in solar panels, which are made in China by, you guessed it, slave labour. Long live the Toorak tractor, Corey.
Long live the Toorak tractor. Hey, Senator, I wanted to ask you about housing affordability, and you're based on your experience in the real estate industry, but I am out of time. We will cover that another time here on Bernardi. You enjoy your week in Parliament and do good work for the people of Australia.